Hello everyone, today I'm looking at Wadanohara and the Great Blue Sea. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I only played this game because of the character art and the character models. I absolutely adore this art style. I don't know what it is, it's kind of anime, it's kind of chibi, it's kind of Wind Waker. Clomaki specifically was the one where I'm like, I must know who this is and what the story is. That being said, though, this is half visual novel, half kind of poorly made RPG. I think it's made with RPG Maker, so it's similar to games like Eve and Undertale, I guess. And honestly, I just have to say, the game is not very good. It's not worth it. Wadanohara, I mean, it's kind of a nice kind of vibe or mood. It just goes on for like way, way longer than it needs to. So the main character, she is essentially the daughter of this great sea wizard, and she is a sea witch. And so she has this whole kind of naval costume and sort of sailor outfit, about her going on, which funnily enough, random fact dropped in my head that apparently it was the whole sort of turn of the century look for sailor boys and girls in terms of fashion came from, like, I think the English royal family or the Russian royal family, where they just dressed one of their kids into the sailor's uniform as like a quick joke or something, but then became an actual thing that people really got into. And so again, this game is just very fashionable. So what is the story of Wadanohara? So essentially you're this sea witch and you have your little group of fish friends. And again, I love how they depict each kind of character or type of fish: squid, shark, etc. And so in fact, one of Wadanohara's friends is this shark guy, and he essentially is saying, oh, I shouldn't be friends with you because one day I'll betray you because I'm a shark and I can't be trusted. And then there's these other kinds of kingdoms or whatever, of different sea creatures that are kind of going to war with each other. And honestly, the stories are really all over the place. I don't really remember what happens, but it's basically how the sea girl or the sea witch basically makes friendship with this, elusive, crazy shark guy. It's like, no, we can still be friends if we just use the power of friendship and whatever. And again, like, the character designs in this game are really what made me play it, but a lot of it is just kind of nonsensical. The battles turn out pretty well, pretty expectantly. Again, I didn't feel like there was a great difficulty curve or even like any difficulty. I felt it was mostly pretty easy for the most part, but most of this game is honestly dialogue and narrative, and it's kind of just very forgettable, very whatever. You do have like an overworld map, so you can travel to like different kind of areas of the map and do certain things, and at the end of the game, the main character like powers up into her super witch form, where her design changes, kind of like a Sailor Moon kind of thing. Again, everything is naval based, and every character is some kind of form of sea creature that has a really cool design. There's this whole other creature who is like a giant shrimp or something, or a king prawn, and her daughter is like humanoid and her mother is like a human. So there's some kind of funny joke about how they made like a half shrimp, half human daughter. Yeah, the music in the game is also okay. Everything in this game is just generally kind of okay. I wish I had something of like big import to say like, oh, well, at least this part was really cool, or at least this was really cool. But no, the whole experience from beginning to end is kind of very mid, like a very 6, if not a 5 out of 10 experience. It does have some quirky characters and situations where you talk to people and they're like, oh, I'm waiting for my game pre-order here, while they're inside a giant seashell. But yeah, it's fine, and you have your team of like 4 dudes in a row, and that stays mostly consistent. There's also one part in the game where it gets super heckin' dark and mysterious, where there's blood all over the ground, and it turns out one of these characters has been murdered and killed. But then it turns out to be like just a dream or something, and I was like, oh, okay. And then there's other kingdom that wants to go to war with the, your kingdom, and then her spirit, like the princess is possessed by some spirit, and yeah. The game looks really good visually, and I love the style and aesthetic, the art and everything about it, but that is the only thing it really has going for it. Everything else is just kind of, so perceived and written and played, and I don't know. But I would love to see this art style used in another game, because I do really, really love it and adore it. And yeah, it has a full like RPG system, but it just really doesn't feel, I don't know, it doesn't feel really well made or fleshed out. It's just like, yeah, it's it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say about it. I do prefer other games like, of course, Eve and Undertale and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this one. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.